Hello, NeXT community. I wanted to show you guys I haven't been slacking this weekend. So I'm diving deeper into these amazing NeXT applications. And so I think if Ernie Prakabar is out there, he's one of the bigwigs at Apple now. I happened to find your Feynman diagrams from your days back at MIT. And hey, they're not bad. You said you might need some help with the graphics. Of course, this is, the trail's gone cold because it's like 2024, but still pretty neat stuff. So, and then Paul Lansky over at Princeton had a really neat little app here I found. It's called RT Mix. And so basically what this one does is you can import sounds on multi-tracks and then mix them all together. Pretty neat stuff. I didn't know this was possible, so it looks like another cool app. And I remember reading about this. And he's got a nice help section on how to do everything. Oh, there's more. So, let's see, I'm going to keep closing windows because I've opened so much fun stuff here. And it goes through, tells you all the controls. So you can kind of see what you can do with Virtuoso and Adobe Illustrator and creating PostScript files. There's a nice Porsche from the day. And this one was kind of cool. Largest known prime number discovered, verified in the U.S. using NeXT technology, March 27th, 92. And that's old Richard Crandall and at Mathematica. And it was verified by the Gang of 8, and it exceeded what these guys were looking for. And it was verified, so that's pretty neat stuff. And that was done on a bank of computers. I believe it's at San Diego Supercomputer Center. So, I think they used the application Zilla. Zilla would solve a little part of the equation, and then, the computer sat idle and then send it back. So the largest prime number at the time was discovered by NeXT. Ooh, there's a Star Trek phaser somebody drew up. And let's see, I've got other kind of cool stuff if I could. Now, this is what was capable for flyers. I hadn't seen this type of stuff before, but watch how these unfold. And there's like a whole section for PostScript meetings, and it's kind of neat. I mean, I don't know if we can do this. I haven't seen anything like this currently, but it kind of you get your little PostScript notification in email, and then it would be animated like this. And I'll do a couple more here. And granted, this is in black and white, so the color versions are even cooler. And I found you can open them up on a modern Mac even. I was able to open them in GIMP, but it doesn't give the effect like it's building it like it is here, which is pretty neat stuff. So, and then for my finale here, I really like this one. That was pretty cool. It's all about Mathematica. I'm going to close down all these different meetings. And as I say, I found a whole, like hundreds of these from all the old NeXT user group meetings on a pretty rare, I think it was called the Internet. It's a rare NeXT CD that I was able to turn into an ISO. It's the only one I've ever seen of this particular CD. And it has a bunch of apps that I've never seen before. So, I mean, even all these years later, stuff is still turning up. Oh, but it didn't end there. I was also able to locate an original Animo that I extracted off a hard drive. And it looks like we will be able to run Animo in theory in demo mode because they had a demo and academic license, and I'm not sure if that's going to qualify with, because it required a special encoded dongle. But at least now I know I have the app. So that was huge. And I also found the app that led up to it called Compose in Color by Oliver Unterrecher. And I actually went through training with Oliver at my time at Alembic Systems. So I was one of the few people trained on Compose in Color. And here I found a beta 9 version. And Compose in Color wound up being Animo. And if you don't know what Animo is, it was used by the movie studio production houses and would save up to 60% of the cost of production in movies. And so I was fortunate enough to help on movies, if you've ever seen the movie Space Jam. So I engineered or designed the computers that they used to make the movie Space Jam to spec. With the help of Max, we integrated all the fast screen machine, and so they used 7 of those systems to make Space Jam. I was also able to help out on Iron Giant and Prince of Egypt. And then they decided they were going to port it all over to Windows. And there was a lot of pressure from the big movie houses. So Cambridge Animation, I think they just kind of faded away, especially after they tried to port the thing over to Windows. I don't know what that decision was about. But here is the very beginning. They used to have to do animation, frame by frame. And one of my customers, John Hooper, actually sent me an Intel box that has Animo on it, but it wasn't working. So now I know that I have the actual software. So this is something that's been on the back burner because I do have so many projects. But I now know that there should be a way to get that box fired back up, and then we'll have this backup software. If I could just find the Cambridge Animation dongle, may even be able to run it, and then that would be cool. I mean, be able to produce 3D animated movies and so forth with the help of John and others. It'd be kind of fun to make one about NeXT. So that's kind of one of the things I want to do. On my bucket list here before we all pass away. Hopefully none of us too soon. So, as I say, I'm finding more and more stuff I want to put on the master ISO that we're building with the help of Jason and Jills. And Jills, I think you'll really like this RT mixer from Princeton, because I know you're big into music, and it's going to take advantage of the DSP, and of course we've got that new DSP chip that's been developed by Dave Park. It's going to be coming down the pike here. So lots of fun stuff, and I just wanted to show you all I wasn't slacking this weekend. Again, I'm just, as I say, pointing this thing at the previous application. And I'm trying to figure out how to make 4 gig single partitions. And that's how I got down into this rabbit hole. So if I could do that, and then I went ahead, I'm trying to get, anybody that knows anything about the version 6 cards, oh my God. So I've been tinkering with that, thinking that I might be able to set it up with the SCSI software. Oh man. And of course, I can't run the commands and hold the camera, but over here, I've got the SCSI software for version 6, and I'm trying to do 1024 block size, 4 gig, creating basically a footprint, and then hoping that I'm going to take it over and try and install Openstep onto that 4 gig single partition using an original SCSI hard drive to version 6 card, which I know I can set, right? a 4 gig single partition, see if it works without splitting it into 2 partitions. Once I have that footprint, I should be able to bring it into previous. Where does that lead? Well, my hope is that I will then have the ability to create 6 4 gig partitions on a little SD card. And currently our limitation is 2 gig. You can do 4 gig, but it splits it in 2. So those single partitions would make a difference. And with I'm going to be beta testing the new versions of Zulu cards coming out in the future. So they're going to increase in performance and speed. I'm going to be actually receiving the new Zulu Plus card that's going to have Wi-Fi this week. So that's going to be kind of fun for me to get to test the new hardware coming out. And I know I've got a lot of orders on deck here. So stay tuned. And Tristan, yep, your color station should be coming down the pike. Gilles for MIT, I'm buttoning that up. And for the professor up in Concordia, that system's going to be coming your way as well. And then I've got more orders coming in, a lot of smaller stuff going all over the planet. So I really appreciate everybody's business and patience. And have a great day. It's Sunday night, and as I say, I've just found a bunch more cool stuff I hadn't seen before for NeXT. Never ceases to amaze me. And have a great day. Stay tuned.